bunch of fools.
Yeah.
Who hears
All
it?
three of you hear it.
Oh,
That's what you
Hans!
sound like.
Yeah.
I know that's Hans. I know that's Hans. It sounds like somebody who's very sarcastic and harasses people, and that sounds like it would be Hans.
Yeah, guys. This is Hans. Hans.
So we're a bunch of
Hey,
fools,
buddy.
huh? Because we actually care about people?
You can see the little wake as something swirls around the three of you.
Oh, boy.
Fools for coming this far.
We're not done.
Yeah, but we have come farther.
With the two of them?
No. Why? What?
Actually, it's three of us.
Well, there's you.
Okay.
I'm just going to sit back and watch this. It's going to be great.
It's all
What
you
are
do.
What? You think I should mask them?
I think it's too late for that.
It's fine. It'll be fine.
You know, every time
Yeah.
you say that,
We have very
there's this
little to worry
note that
about.
happens somewhere in the background, and then something comes out and comes after us.
Yeah. You got eyes on it, Hans?
No. Oh, Hans.
Like I tell you.
Yeah.
It's more fun if I don't.
Just remember, I got some poor pubescent kid who's going to be, singing to you. Should I not make this out?
I can probably convince him to let me out.
Nah. You don't convince many people of being much.
You know, I think, Hans, you're actually just lonely.
Hans, a lonely boy, Hans.
No, I'm serious.
I wrote the book, Hans. Once.
He's choosing to talk to you now,
Mhm.
of all times, because he's trying to warn you without warning you.
Yeah.
It's what
I
old
think Hans
soldiers
is
do.
nice.
Tekoa looks around, trying to take note of anything that could be a problem. Not that he would know, but
You just see Hans's wake in the dark water, slowly moving around the three of you. Off in the distance, up front, you spot mist, meaning to Rabberto that the River Dim is ahead.
All right, guys. It's going to get a little bit cold.
what do you mean by a little bit cold? Are you under exaggerating?
No, it's just, we just got to keep moving. And, you won't turn into a popsicle. It's fine. What?
Okay.
Okay. Is
Look,
that also
it's
an
just-
ocean?
No, this is no, they're all rivers-ish.
This one is an ocean.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This one's just cold and super misty, and just got to keep going
Okay.
through. It's more like where we started, like across, like up back that way. Less oceany, more rivery.
Okay.
All right, just stay in the water. I know, and just keep moving.
Okay.
As you go, you feel the current tugging at your ankles as the water shallows. The mists close in around you. They are white. Previous to this point, everything's just been gray, but this mist is white, and your companions around you begin to be shrouded in it, and everything's a little bit fuzzy.
So we're all holding on to the rope that you have with Tullana.
And it begins to get very, very cold. And any part of you that is wet, that is now above water, is just beginning to feel like it's starting to freeze.
Ugh.
And I think I'd like an average survival or athletics.
Survival or athletics? Okay. Yeah, I will do athletics.
You have one success and 4 bandages, Chris.
Oh, well, hey, I did something right. Those
2 successes from Tullana.
Nice. Roberto, you need some advantages?
I need all the advantages.
What are you rolling?
2 green, and I'm thinking I'm
Yeah.
gonna go with survival.
Take two advantages from me for 2 boosts.
You good with that, Mark?
Yeah.
I appreciate it. 3 successes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
You're
The
welcome.
3 of you move quickly through the misty River Dim. You have 2 advantages left. Do you have any ideas for them?
Well, in this case, because it's me, I could do a Roberto and get 2 strain back, but
There you go.
I'm debating whether I should do that or not. This mist, does it look familiar to me from my dream?
A little bit. This is a little bit more like your dream. The river going off in all directions and a white gray mist. Yeah.
Okay. Then I'd like the 2 advantages because Thea is becoming more self-aware of us being there and that kind of thing, that she's able to help us through this faster.
Yeah. Okay. She is. And it gets a little weird for Tekoa because
Yeah.
she is
Tugging, leading away.
she is moving.
Okay.
And
Oh.
it's almost like Tekoa is Thea's shadow
Oh, weird.
as she moves forward, and you're a half a second behind.
Oh, that's awesome. This way, guys. It's that's weird.
And the mist thins. As it thins, Rabberto gets a view of Thea moving forward. And as the 4 of you close in on the location that you're looking for, she almost splits from Tekoa as she moves quickly ahead. And as you go, the river thins, and it's just almost just a trickle through stones. And things begin to feel weird. You're having a conversation, but the time between when you talk to each other, it for Rabberto feels like it feels normal at times, and other times the response comes after minutes. And same for the 2 of you.
Mm-hmm.
Time begins acting weird here. And in the previous rivers, you just saw those dark shapes sort of bumping up against your legs every once in a while. But here, where the river is thin and shallow, you can see them for what they are. They're people, bodies moving along this river.
Okay.
Rabberto does his best to ask them silly questions of comfort, like inquiring, what type of cakes did you guys smell from that kitchen that those guys were making? Hopefully it's like strawberries and maybe there was even, it smelled almost like smoke, like smoked meat or like bacon or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Oh,
Yeah.
strawberries.
Cinnamon.
And, the most delicious, like, baked honey buns. So yummy.
And Rabberto longs to hear them reply, and he use that kind of as an echo as they go down. It's his comfort knowing that he can still hear them and that they're still with him.
And you find the place. You find the anchor, the point where this line is sunk in the river. It's right in the center of the river, which right now is not that wide, only a few meters wide. You can see the bottom, but you can't see exactly where it is tied down. And Rabberto is going to have to do some magic here.
Well, can I use magic to move the water?
I think Tullana tries to get that magic that she's just realized, she's just learned that she can do. It's really hard to reach. So you can try.
Okay.
But it's not going to be as easy as usual.
That's fine. So she is going to attempt to kind of move the water, push it kind of away to kind of open up so that it's more shallow so that he can see better.
Okay.
What am I rolling against?
So I would think that normally you would just be able to do it.
Okay.
But in this case, I think with a flip of a story point, it's going to be against a red and 2 purples.
Okay, and then I will flip a point and upgrade 1. So then I'll have 4 yellow.
Amazing.
All right, so I'm going to roll that.
Oh, dear.
Well,
So she tries to find that magic that after reading Hans's book, she connects to the earth, the world that she lives in. And it's so far away. You can still feel it way, way back where you came in, but it's almost impossible to reach here.
Yeah. But
so
for
6 advantages.
Wow.
So for my advantages, let's have maybe that Rabberto can find the thing quite easily and not be sucked under.
And two of those probably should be to heal up your strain you just took from actually casting a magic spell.
Oh, I don't really care.
Oh, okay. So all 6.
So
There you
just
go.
take the strain. Okay.
I'll take the 2 strain.
We can use 2 for Rabberto to find the location and move some stones aside.
Okay.
And spot the place where this line is anchored in death.
Okay, so at least
Leaving
4.
4.
And then
what are we needing to do at this point? Like, what is our how are we? I get that it's anchored, but what are we trying to manipulate and do at this point?
Rabberto, do you want to, HA, do you want to flip a story point for a flashback?
Heck yeah. Here we go.
Last night, when you were on the balloon with Verity, Rabberto cracked open the Otherplace for only the 2nd time. Caleb said it would be useful, and as he opens it, he sees something unexpected. It's not that story that was there the first time he opened it up. It is music. It's sheet music. It's a song, and it looks to him like something associated with magic and with death, something he would play to summon or but whatever it is, it's long and it's elaborate and it's kind of difficult.
Rabberto turns to Tekoa and goes, so what's going to happen? It was, he rang the bell when he made this bond, right?
Yeah, it's kind of fuzzy.
So I'm going to have to play to sever that.
Okay.
So,
but you have to be here to do it. Gotcha.
Yeah. So last night when I was going through the Otherplace book, you know how first it was the first necromancer. Last night, this book's so weird. It was just sheet music, like a song of death magic and stuff, and summoning and stuff like that. And so,
not like a dirge.
Yeah, and we kind of mulling it over how to deal with that. So,
okay.
Bottom line, I'm gonna rip this and break this in half. You're gonna be free, and we're gonna take her down to the Cascade and say goodbye to her, and we're gonna cry, and then we're gonna go up and we're gonna get some sweet cakes, and it's gonna be great. Okay, that's our plan.
Tekoa looks at him knowingly, and goes along with this. Okay, Thea, you ready?
Yes.
It's gonna be okay. You've always looked after me. Let us look after you.
Would using the Chrysoberyl help?
Oh gosh. In death.
Is that a boost?
That's a boost. What do you do with it?
I think he pulls out his trowel that he uses to carve, and he pulls out that stone real quick and cracks it and does a few chips, and I think he's going to use it like a pick.
Okay, so you get a little transparent triangle of stone.
Sweet.
It's a long song. You spent some time memorizing it. It starts out easy and it ends hard. Gonna need 3 checks.
Wait, so I have 4 advantages to work with, so I can give you them as your boost dice. Since you have
We're
to
maxing
do 3.
out at 3.
So I got 3.
So you have to do 3 rolls.
So how do you want to break it up?
2-1-1 or 1-1-2.
I'll go 1-2-2. No.
That's
what is it?
That'd be getting yourself an extra boost. Is there anything
no,
we
that's
can
because
do?
you've got the because
I
you've
have
got
the
your
yeah. Okay. Versus what's my challenge?
First one's easy.
That's 2?
1.
Whoa, 1. Oh.
There we go. Wow. 2 triumphs.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
You and your triumphs.
Well, we need them. No, don't jinx it. Nope.
All right. So the first roll, you got 4 successes, 1 threat, and then 2 triumphs. As you play, that cord, that string that is connecting Tekoa and Thea to this anchor point in death begins to vibrate. And with that threat I think you notice that there's another cord.
Oh dear.
It is anchored to the same point and moves off through death, further into death. 2 triumphs.
It moves off further down the river.
Mm-hmm. Moves off into the River Renan.
There's more chords. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We're playing. All right.
But you got 2 triumphs to work with before we move forward.
Last time we used it to find out where this is.
Mm-hmm.
Can I use 1 as an upgrade and 1 to see where the other one goes?
The other one, you get the idea that it goes off through Renan into the River Ophir.
It's deep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so close to the cascade. Oh, so what did I roll? I rolled 4 successes, 1 threat, 2 triumphs.
Yeah. So your other triumphs to upgrade your next check? Is that what you're doing with it?
That'd be smart, wouldn't it?
It would be smart.
But I want to know who it is.
Yeah, but you could roll another triumph later.
Okay. All right. I'll go to the next.
Let's
I'll
bank
keep
on
playing.
that good luck idea, right?
Yeah. So 1 for the price, 1 from Tullana, green for the upgrade, and this is a check of.
It's average,
So 2.
so 2.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and flip a story point on that one, too,
Oh dear.
now that that other string is vibrating.
Roberto's used to playing a lute, so he's used to using many strings.
Do I use blood magic?
Not yet.
Yeah, freak your blood. Let's draw all the
Not
good
yet,
bad
not yet,
things over
not
towards
yet.
us.
He's playing, and he's stomping his foot more. He's kind of hopping up on that, down on that chord, almost like using his foot on that chord, tapping out the beat that he needs.
As he's playing, the shape of Thea around Tekoa begins to vibrate and just sort of shake in space. And you hear her say,
Something's happening. This feels weird.
Yeah, he's working to separate things to help us, I think. Ooh, it feels weird. It's gonna be okay.
0 successes, 5 advantages.
Of course.
But
yes?
I am a natural at this.
Oh.
Are you really a natural?
Oh,
I am.
You're a natural. They let you take natural in magic?
You never said
Yeah.
no.
Okay.
Okay, 1 success, 2 advantages.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, so how does Rabberto stumble a little bit with the first part of this next bit of the song, but recover?
That whammy bar.
It's the whammy bar. There's no whammy bar in the music, but Roberto can't help himself
Can't help it.
when he's like at the very beginning when his foot gets a hopping, he starts, wanting to solo. Can't solo. No soloing right now.
As he hits the whammy bar, Thea snaps back to where she was, just a half a second behind Tekoa's movements. But then as Roberto recovers, her spirit begins to sort of vibrate along with the strings, and Tekoa can see it in the corners of his eyes. What is Tullana doing while this is happening?
Well, so I'm on top of the floaty device, and I am currently watching and kind of trying to reach out to the magic because it was really weird to me that I couldn't just do it. Like, she felt it was natural when she did it before, and this time she wasn't able to reach it. So she's really kind of like wondering why she wasn't able to. I mean, she kind of knows, but like she's a little frustrated that she couldn't do it. So she's just kind of trying to reach and feel it, but she's also watching Tekoa and making sure that he's okay, because she's afraid they're gonna fall and that they're gonna slip up and that they're both gonna fall into the water, and then she's gonna be left floating and not knowing where to go and all that. So she's just kind of watching.
As she tries to reach out, does she do anything physically to reach for the magic?
Yeah, she's going to kind of like reach out with her hand, like kind of maybe if she gets close enough to it, she can feel it.
Off to the side, you see this shape rise up out of the stones, like an oily black dripping head, and you hear Hans. You can't get it, can you?
How do I get it, Hans?
You can't get it here. I wish I could still write.
I can write for you.
I don't trust you.
Why? What have I ever done to you to not earn your trust?
You said some pretty mean things to me.
Not to you or about you.
You think I'm not listening all the time? All the time?
I'm not Tekoa or Rabberto. They're the ones that speak mean. I'm always defending you. I stood up for you when they wanted to, hurt you and stuff.
You wanted to throw me in the river.
Well, I thought you were evil at the time. I didn't know.
You don't think I'm evil now?
No, I think you're just lonely. And I think that you're kind of sad. And you're really smart. I really like your book. And I think that you are just kind of very lonely. I think you just need more friends. And I'm really sorry that you're dead and that you're stuck in a head and that. And I wish you could go and be with your rest of your body and just really feel bad for you.
He continues to rise up, and you do see the rest of his body. When I'm over here, I can do what I want. You and I are going to have a little talk later.
Oh, what kind of talk?
We're going to talk about writing.
Okay, I can write for you because I like writing. And your book is really good. You're really smart, you know that?
His head turns quickly upriver, and he dips back into the water.
I'm going to look to where he had just looked.
All you see is the river.
When you say upriver, up is towards life, correct? Down is towards the cascade, correct?
I meant up the river towards the place that you were going.
Okay.
That if you were to continue moving forward.
In other words, where the
Towards the
other
river.
cord is.
Towards Renan.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got 2 advantages on that roll.
Uh-huh.
What do you want to do with them?
What can we use those for?
Anything?
I mean, you're at 8 of 13 strain.
Yeah, I know.
Get your strain back, dude. Jeez, I didn't know you're that low. If we have to fight something, you're going to drop.
Well, that's true. All right, I'll use those 2 there.
I mean, you may still drop, but at least you won't drop as quick.
Well,
it's up to you. You can be
no,
reckless.
I'll use them that way.
All right, so you use those advantages on your strain?
Yes.
Okay. I am going to flip a story point.
Okay.
You want to do your 3rd check?
Yeah, I'm going to flip and upgrade.
Okay.
It is.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Wait, you
3?
didn't use that to upgrade?
I did not.
Oh, no.
My challenge is 3 purple.
Yep, it's a hard check.
It's a hard check.
Uh-huh.
Boom, 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 boom. Son of a monkey. 5
All right.
advantages.
Can I spend that story point before you spend your advantages?
Sure.
Okay. That string that was going off to the river Renan and the river Ophir, you get the feeling that whatever it is attached to is moving in your direction, and it's moving quickly, very quickly.
Guys, there's something coming up the second chord. With my advantages, I'd like to know what it is.
It's the necromancer.
Oh.
So that's worth 1 advantage.
Sure, that's worth 1 advantage.
Whether he's going to tell me or not, it's going to be another battle together.
What do we need to know? Can I use them to finish the song?
A re-roll, huh?
Flip and a reroll?
Ugh.
You're going to be able to finish the song. I don't know if you're going to be able to finish the song before the necromancer gets here.
Oh.
You could use 2 of them to hit a chord that reverberates and continues to reverberate like the song is not done.
Yeah.
Basically keeping the magic there so that you have the opportunity later to finish it.
I like that.
And then you got 2 left.
2 to heal?
Sure. Yeah. Do the Rabberto.
Or you can do something else. You know, it'd be fun, but I guess that would be more of a triumph thing. It'd be nice if you split me and my sister so we could both fight him. But I don't think that's possible with 2 advantages.
Could I hit their chord and have them and give them a boost to the first attack?
Yeah. If you wanted to.
Do you want the strain back, though? I'm just thinking.
Of course.
Okay, well,
Give him the strain. Take the strain back.
take the
'cause
strain back.
We're about to have a fight.
Yeah, but he's reckless. That's why I was giving him a reckless option.
Okay, can I... Yeah, I'll switch it. Can I use those 2... All right, so I use 1 to know who it is, 2 to keep the magic going. Can I spend those other 2 to roll or start playing my own song, an encouraging song that will give these 2 boosts?
Like boosts on initiative?
Well, I have encouraging song.
What does that do?
What does that do?
When you're while equipped with musical instrument, charm versus check for each success, one ally with a medium range adds a boost to the next skill check. Each advantage heals 1 strain.
So you want to use 2 boosts to be able to do that before the necromancer gets here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoa.
Right. So make that check. So you continue the song that you read in that book last night, and you get the feeling that necromancer is coming. You can see the vibrations in the cord that connects this anchor point to Tekoa and his sister, and you can see the vibrations in the cord that goes off further into death, and you see those vibrations pick up. The necromancer is coming, and you have just enough time to let your cord ring in the air so that you may finish this song later, and just enough time to play one more song before the necromancer comes. And you got 1 success, 1 advantage, and a stinking triumph.
Oh my goodness.
Has Tullana rolled a triumph yet in this season?
Once to
Okay.
get my the pencil set.
Yeah.
Great.
The best one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Wow.
All right. What can Rabberto do with the triumph here?
That's a great question.
Well, just to declare this before I get caught with my pants down, I'm drawing my sword.
Okay.
One, it doesn't
So-
really say, but
1 ally gets a boost
Mhm.
for your success. Each advantage, 1 ally heals 1 strain. So either Tekoa or Tullana gets 1 strain back.
it would make sense for Tekoa to get the boost,
Mhm.
Tullana to get the strain back.
Okay.
Triumph. We got boost, we got strain. We can potentially upgrade a check for a triumph
Yeah.
of one of your
Rabberto-
allies.
Can Rabberto magically get all his strain back with a triumph?
You could heal some strain for a triumph.
I think it,
I mean,
or
summon Hans.
oh, how about that?
I don't know.
How about that? Hans
Story-wise, Hans helps us. for
likes this song.
No,
I
it's
don't
not
think
that he
Hans
likes the song.
the song.
He doesn't like the necromancer more.
Or yeah, Hans doesn't seem like he likes things. All right, it's music.
I mean, if you want to add Hans to this,
Oh, I was just thinking I have my customer service. I could get rid of this fail and give you both boosts.
But you take strain.
I'll take 1 strain and give you each a boost. How
But
about
you,
that?
no,
Yeah, but I like that.
okay.
There.
But
Okay.
what do you want to do with the
Okay.
triumph?
With the triumph, and it's encouraging. So, what's the best way to encourage you two?
Me and Tullana?
re-killing dead things is how you encourage Tullana. Make the dead things dead again. You can totally grab Hans if you want.
I kind of like that because I'm treating him like an ally.
So what do you play? What do you sing?
It's that's a dirge. It's reverse of a dirge, so that's more of a wedding song, right? So if a reverse of a dirge is like a wedding song, right? Would you say
A
that?
song of celebration and encouragement?
Yeah, and this one would be like it would be a springtime song about spring and stuff like that. That's when we would get together and clink our booze together and fresh berries and
Like a shanty.
yeah, but less drunky. No, I guess we are on a river.
As you play, Hans rises out of the water, and Tullana sees he's got a hand on his forehead. He says, boy, I can't believe I'm doing this. I can't let you 3 die. The small one's just learning good stuff.
Aww. I'll be your friend.
No, don't take this personal. And I think everybody needs to roll a cool check.
That's pretty awesome. No, don't take this personal.
You will be my friend, and I shall help you right.
Are we using that boost with the cool check, or do we have? Is that with our next actual action?
You can decide.
Cool.
Jeez, Tullana.
Oh my goodness. Oh
Goodness,
my
you two. I'll just roll cool. Of course.
Trade you.
4 advantages. Oh boy, the necromancer.
Okay. The 3 of you see the necromancer approach. They are moving quickly on the river towards you. They're moving quickly along the water. You can't see their feet moving, and every once in a while they sort of flicker out and get closer.
I gotta learn that.
They are wearing a dark cloak, sort of a 3/4 length that goes down to their knees, a hood over their head, and the mask on their face. And that mask is flickering also between bronze and silver and other types of metal and materials, and there's steam rising up from behind it. You can see the bell in their hand and a sword in the other one. Thank you for listening to this episode of The Other Place. The Other Place is a production of Nightcast Creative. For more about us and the things that we do, visit nightcastcreative.com.